everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will be all about the turnovers. The Cowboys are top 10 in turnover differential. They'll be up against the Colts team looking to avoid a costly mistake.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. Play clock winding down. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5. Now, Brissett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Brissett. Caught left side by Hilton. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. His throw incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. They go play action here on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now Prescott. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Prescott. And Reed with it over the middle. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try again with Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Bailey now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now Mack. They find some open field here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Brissett. And he's got Moncrief. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Take Carradine in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Taking it. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing, Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Time running out here on the play clock. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Here we go.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Staying on the ground with Mack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Tenth carry now for Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. We're set now on 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one. I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, it's Mack. Fights loose. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. An 6-yard touchdown. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Throwing. Prescott. Ball going deep here for Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On second down, Prescott again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Brissett sets to throw it toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Brissett to throw on 1st. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can just...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down now after the incompletion. Prescott. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On third down, Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up football.
It's caught inside the 25. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and that'll bring up second down.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Henry Anderson in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Bostic in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up fourth and long. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. possession here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Mack on the toss. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Here's Mack. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Terrell Basham in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. first down. Brissett. And Daniels has it over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Now a carry from Mack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a third down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Play action now. Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And the play clock's running down. On third down, Brissett. And he finds Daniels. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run with Mack. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Colts on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Now Green, staying on the ground. Let's hope he's all right. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And to give this time to the tailback. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they take a knee. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Indianapolis, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.
So watch and learn. I heard a voice of his broken hymn saying, "I'm not